Hey everyone, it's VM Campos, Magic Fan! How's everyone doing? Long time no see! Well, actually I was here yesterday, wasn't I? Now what I'm trying to do is do a little gameplay, a little bit of streaming to get to affiliate. I'm so close. I'm like this close to getting Twitch affiliate. So I'm gonna give it a shot first of all to try to stream every day this week. And then we'll see how that goes. I'm like so close. So let's do a little bit of gameplay. Let's go right over here. So I think I've got all my stuff set up here. I've got my chat system thing and all that good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to do some drafting. I'm going to play some Ranked Throne of Eldraine draft, and I'm trying something brand new. Here we go. I'm trying out the LSV Untapped app. I'm gonna give this a shot. I've never used this before. This is supposed to be a very good way to be able to properly draft, because I'm gonna get like ratings and stuff on everything. So I've never used this before. You know, this is a 1.0 or a 3. Now, what do the ratings mean again? Why do we have 2 ratings on that? But then there's a lot of commentary. It's slow, but a mana rock for 3 isn't the worst deal if you get the upside, and the upside is quite large. Okay, so if you just go with, like, I guess it's for a couple of reasons. Like, the second number is the sideboard, isn't it? I should have read the thing. But if we just look at the first number right here, okay, that's a 3.5, that's a 3.5, 3.0. I'm going to give it a shot just by going with the big number to see how that helps in the draft, and we'll see if like the top Magic player, one of the top Magic players in the world's app really works. Okay, so wait, actually one thing. Okay, so actually, can you all see that? It looks like it doesn't show up on the stream for you, actually. That's interesting. I don't know why it doesn't show up on the stream for people. Maybe there's a setting over here somewhere. Enable overlay, show overlay while MTG's in the background. I guess. Can we click on that? Does that work? Show player deck window, show opponent's deck, etc. Show only while in match, enable streamer mode. If I turn that on, doesn't let me turn. Enable at least one deck window. Enable at least one deck window. Show opponent, show player's deck window. I don't know. Let's turn both of these on and see. Show while in match and show in streamer mode. We'll see what happens with that. And what's that right there? Something's popping up here and popping up here. But I guess you can't actually see it. How's everyone doing in the chat? I'm just trying out the untapped extension for Magic just to see how that works. Anyway, so I guess you all there can't see what it looks like, but I'll just tell you. So Resolute Rider and Rampart Smasher both have a 3.5. Let's see. I'm gonna grab the Resolute Rider. And then over here, Order of Midnight's a 3.5. The Unicorn's a 3.0. The Fairy Vandal is also a 3.0. There's a Bake Into a Pie as a 3.5. So I got the Order of Midnight or the Bake Into a Pie. This is an uncommon. I'll probably get some bakes as time goes on. This is clearly the best common in the set, and a delicious first pick. Killing anything for 4 mana is already good, and getting some food as a bonus is wonderful. And we got Order of Midnight. Both halves of this exactly what the doctor ordered. Early in the game, just run this out and bash with your 2/2 flyer. And later in the game, for max value, Order of Midnight being unable to block makes this less of a defensive, but on balance. Okay, let's grab this uncommon. And then so far we've got black and white. That means a Youthful Knight could fit in here. The Eye Collector is only a 1. Let's go with that Knight, so we might be doing black and white. 3.0 for the Clockwork Servant. I always liked that one. There's the Unicorn again at 3.0. Reeve Soul at 3, which is a common. Now what is... I've collected so far 4 out of 4 of these. So it's kind of interesting to see this secret information. I have not used this app before, so I'm not sure how I feel about it. Obviously, it's giving me a lot of great information, but then I also feel like I'm cheating. But we'll see. Okay, so this is pick 4. Let's see, what do we read? Neither the Unicorn nor the Knight is fantastic, but getting both in one makes me interested. Drawing this your opening hand sets you up for a fine curve. Getting 2 decently sized Vigilance creatures is a good. Hey there, Warlock. It's not cheating. Okay, thank you for the absolution right there. Yeah, I was just kind of a little bit joking there. But it just feels so weird to be able to get this little bit of extra help from the LSV. Clockwork Servant, I like that one. I've liked it before. 2/3 Adamant, draw a card. I can also do Reeve Soul, that's got a 3.0 as removal. Let's go for the uncommon. Obviously I want removal, but let me grab these uncommons before they get snapped up. And I don't play enough. The laugh on that little ginger creature is hilarious. Okay, Wintermoor Commander. This is it perfect in my colors, and it's a 3.0. Beloved Princess is actually rated very low as a 1.0. 2.5 for the Fairy Guide Mother, 2.0 the Sword Master. Now, does this untapped plugin also like smart learn about like what I have picked, and then it further gets smarter to say, hey, now this is a 3.0 where it was a 2.0 first pick? I don't know. Again, this is the first time I'm using the app, so how's your day going so far, Warlock Maggie? When am I going to get you on my podcast? Hint, hint. Hey, Dragosi, how are you doing? Thank you for visiting as well. I am doing little drafting right here with the Untapped GG app or plugin. So I think I'm going to go with the Wintermoor Commander. Swordmaster, Golden Egg. Yeah, that's got the best chance at the moment. So thanks for both of you for being on the podcast at one point. Very much appreciated. I had a fun chat with you both. Things are getting less busy, so I think you can do it this month. Cool. Thank you so much. We'll be in touch about that. And like I said, I really enjoyed talking with you both about Magic, because word on the street is that it's the best game in the world. Okay, so we're gonna do I guess the Winter Fox. That's a 3.0. The Guide Mother's a 2.5. I kind of like that, but I'm not doing any artifacts yet. Oh, I actually just have the Clockwork Servant. So the Flutter Fox might be good at a 3.0. The Guide Mother, I like both of its tricks. Okay, I'm gonna trust in the pros. Flutter Fox is a 3 versus Guide Mother 2.5, even though I like both of the effects on the on the Guide Mother. Okay, so here we don't have anything very good except the Witch's Cottage. That'll let me get back something from the graveyard. Nice. Lonesome Unicorn, Tempting Witch. I love the Tempting Witch, but it just never works for me for some reason. And I love the art on that. She's like this evil witch, like, please take my little apple, my pretty. And she's got like these evil baby hands coming out of her, right? Let's go with that unicorn. Silver Flame Squire is what stands out here. It's a 2/2. As for the commentary, adding a decent combat trick to that makes this a winner in my book. I would usually just play this on turn 2 if it's in my opening hand, as waiting around to try to get its full isn't necessary. Okay, let's grab that. Fortifying Provisions, Eye Collector. So everything's pretty low. Everything's pretty low rated here, but I'm going to lean towards that Fortifying Provisions. Gets you a little bit of food, +1s your creatures. Adequate. Nothing amazing here too, but I guess the Scarecrow is going to be a good blocker. So how's everyone's day today so far? I can play for maybe an hour, and then I gotta get to work. Double enchant artifact for the fox. Oh, it's enchantments and artifacts? Ooh, nice. Okay, even better. Thanks for that. So I still don't have a lot. Oh, well, I have the provisions and the clockwork, so I might get that Flutter Fox fluttering, so that's good. I always want to call it Firefox, but it's Flutter Fox. And here, nothing great but True Love's Kiss for the sideboard, but I'm playing best of 1. When are they going to do best of 3 ranked draft? That's what I want. Oops, clicked a little too fast. I didn't get the golem. Beloved Princess, Redcap. Okay, Princess get on the squad. And then Roving Keep. So I guess I get the Howl's Moving Castle right here. And in theory, this is such a fun card, but in practice, it's a 5/7 for 7. And then you pay 7 more, so for 14 mana, you get to have a 7/7. But I guess, okay, get on the squad. Ooh, Golden Goose. Flex an Intruder, Puppet Princess, Lash of Thorns, Paladin, Malevolent Noble, Ginger Brew. Ooh, there's my cat over there trying to say hello and getting on the stream. Let me mute this there, sorry about that. Just let me answer one thing. Okay, so best of 3 ranked draft, but it costs 15. Best of 3 ranked, I thought I saw that, but why did I not have it in mind? Best of 3 ranked, that's just 2 losses and you're done, right? Yeah, it's the 1500 gems plus 2 losses and you're done. I guess, you know, it's a trade-off. Do you want to play lots of games and no sideboard, or do you want to do sideboard plus but only 2 losses? Okay, so here the highest rated according to the plugin is Malevolent Noble, but you have to sacrifice your own stuff. And I don't have like a lot of graveyard recursion yet, I guess. And besides that, the Locthwain Paladin is a 2.0 Adamant and Menace. I could dig that. Like the Knight, maybe also Ginger Brute. Yeah, I like the Ginger Brute as well. So I'm going with either the Paladin or the Ginger Brute. There's a 1/1 unblockable plus the artifact for Flutterfox. Okay, so the rating is a 2.0 for the Paladin and a 1.5 for the Brute, but based on what I've got so far, the Ginger Brute could help the Fox. And then a 3/2 Menace, I like that. Let's ask the wisdom of the crowd. What does everyone in the chat think right there? Should we go with the Paladin, a 3/2 with Menace that could become a 4/3 with Menace, or the Ginger Brute? So we got 1 vote for the Paladins, another vote for the Paladin. Let's go with the Paladin. I like that pick. There's Emery. I cracked 3 of these in real life, and I don't even play this deck, and I sold one to Better to Lean into Knights. Yeah, I think we're getting into Knights there. So I sold one over to James, and then I cracked another one. So I'm drowning in the loch with Emerys in real life. Ooh, I love the concept of the covetous urge. Steal your opponent's stuff. I love being a filthy Dimir player where I'm messing with my opponent. But let's see what else here. We got the Deathless Knight, quad black, but it's also a knight. There's another Paladin, Locthwain Paladin, Lost Legion, 2/3 with Scry. And then there's the egg. You're planning on building an Emery deck in Commander. Nice. I've seen people playing Emery in Brawl, so I think in Commander will work even better with just so much card pool. Lost Legion, I'm liking Lost Legion myself. The Deathless Knight has the higher rating, but it's quad black, and it's got haste and relies on life loss. I'm leaning towards the Legion. 2/3 with Scry, and the Knight, quad black but only in 1 color. If it was a Resolute Rider, it'd say be good. Yeah. Thank you for following so much, Ragosi. Look at that. We're going to get, did we already get it? A cool animation that appears on the screen and everything. So cool. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, quad black, and I'm in black and white, so okay, let's go with the Legion. I like that Scry. Ooh, look at that. See how it's animated and it floats all over the place. Cool. So I didn't get that the Claim the Firstborn was a Rumpelstiltskin allusion until someone pointed it out, but yeah, now I totally see it. And then like there's so much like evil artwork and cards. Hey there, Based B. You were working, got the message late. No problem. I'm going to be streaming for about an hour or so, so I'm so glad you were able to come and hang out. Really appreciate it. We got to get you on the podcast as well. So you got to commit to it right now, live in front of everyone, saying, yes, I'll be on the podcast between now and the year 2021. Okay, so what are we doing here? The Noble, the Foreboding Fruit, Shining Armors in my colors. Lucky Clover. Okay, Lucky Clover. How many? Lucky Clover's amazing. How many adventures do I have? How many adventures? Let's see. Silver Flame Squire. You can be on it next year. You've got a lot going on. Yes, no worries. Okay, and then the Order of Midnight. That's 2 adventures. 3 adventures. Actually, let's get that Roving Keep out of here right away. Okay, so I've got 3 creatures with adventures so far. Hope everyone's having a good day. Yes, I am having a good day so far. You like the equipment in the Shining Armor. That could be reused a few times. It's got an equip of 3. But +0, +2 could work. So I'm leaning towards Clover. Probably get some other adventures going on. We're only in pack 2. If you're leading into night, it's an auto-equip on a night. Oh yeah, it is an auto-equip, and it's got the flash. Flash and free equip on a night is good. Yes, that does make sense. Yeah, because if I'm leaning towards knights, that is an auto. That one is common, whereas the Clover's uncommon. And the artifact helps the fox. Yeah, that little fox is going to be more tricky than people expect. So I think we're leaning towards the armor then. Because if I'm going towards knights, auto-attach with flash. Suddenly you got a 0/2 with vigilance. For 2 mana, so do that before the attack. I won't regret it. Okay, I will trust the crowd. Okay, and then we got another Flutterfox right there. Should we do a Flutterfox Armada? And there's another Clover. Deafening Silence. That's the rating right now. Says the rating says a 0 out of 0. 0.0 for the Deafening Silence. That's kind of funny. What's the commentary? LSV says, as much as I expect to lose to this in Constructed, it is not a card you should ever play in Limited. I believe it. But yeah, we got another Flutterfox, so I think that's going to work pretty well. Got getting a good cohort of enchantments and artifacts, and then a 2/2 flyer. Let's go with Fox 2.0. Can't let you do that, Flutterfox. Clockwork Servant. Ooh, Ardenvale Tactician. That's a snap pick right there, right? 2/3 flyer and taps 2 of their creatures. What else is here just in case? Another Locktwain Paladin, another Clockwork Servant. Yeah, the Tactician. Gotta go for that. So that's a Windmill Slam right there. Fortifying Provision, Silver Flame Squire, Weapon Rack, Lash of Thorns. Let's go with that Squire. That's another 2/1 with an adventure. And see, I'm curious. I'm always curious about the weapon rack, but these weapons don't come in cheap, and I'm not interested in playing 4 mana to slowly get 3+1s. True. Provision for an enchantment, perhaps? Do a little bit more. I already have at least 1, right? Should we, or did I just think about getting it? And yeah, I got 1 provisions already. Another one would make it a little bit more consistent, which is nice. 2-drop slot is pretty saturated. Yeah, because I got the Shining Armor, the Flutterfox, the Silver Flame, the Useful Knight Order. Yeah, a lot of 2-drops. So a 3-drop provision would be good. +0/+1 gives you some food to wait out the longer game and such. Plus, you get Spiral Bananas. How can you say no to Spiral Bananas? If you think a regular banana is, you know, this long or whatever, the Spiral Banana's got to be this long. If it's got a spiral twice, that's hilarious. Get both of those out and your creatures are +0/+2. Exactly. So let's go with that provisions plus food. Pick 7. Trapped in the Tower's probably a good one. A little bit of removal. I think we're a little light on removal so far, but because there's still a whole third pack, so we'll pick them up there. But here, Trapped in the Tower, can't attack, block, activated, can't be activated. That's the only thing in colors. And I'm going with black and white, so that'll work just fine. Is that the same princess that is the beloved princess? Let's see, she's got blue and white clothing. That's blue and white clothing, but with a different design. Well, I guess she's got a different dress. We're going to say it's the same. She got untrapped from the tower. Knight of the Keep, outflank. So, fun fact, outflank... No, it's not outflank, isn't it? It's Righteousness. Righteousness is the card I'm thinking. Righteousness is a card that's been around since Alpha, right? That's the one that gives you +1/+7? Or +0/+7? Anyway, what are we doing here? I guess the Reaper... it's got an adventure. They discard. Eventually, I get a 4/5 at the top end of the curve. Outflank is great. It's not a fight, so it dodges Death Touch. Deals damage, so yeah, it dodges Death Touch. Equal to the number of creatures. Okay, that's a little removal. Yeah, I didn't think about it in removal. It's more, and it's an instant, so it's a little bit. It is a little bit of removal, so that'll be good. Yeah, let's go with the outflank. The art on that is pretty epic. What do you all think about the art? As usual, the art is amazing as usual, and this is by Victor Adame Minguez. No relation. So let's go with outflank. So here's a hard question. What is your favorite art in the set? There's just so much cool stuff to choose from. And right here, LSV is getting funny with it. The rating here is a 1.5 out of 7. Because of the 7 dwarfs. Lash of Thorns, another princess. Gingerbrute. Let's go with Gingerbrute, right? That'll give a little bit of more artifact synergy plus unblockable. And then if I get some equipment or enchantments on it or whatever, then it's going to be an unblockable annoyance. Plus, I love it when the Gingerbrute jumps onto the battlefield and it's got its hilarious little laugh. So probably get the Gingerbrute besides that. Well, possibly Lash of Thorns, 2/1, Death Touch. Go for the lols with the Gingerbrute. So what if I can get Gingerbrute unblockable and then a Lash of Thorns onto it? Lash is pseudo removal, yep. So I'm kind of leaning towards the Lash or the Gingerbrute. In the 1-drop creatures, I've got the Princess, and that's it. This could add up with a little bit at a time. Your favorite art is the collector's edition of the Royal Scions, just from the normal set, the Realm Cloaked Giant. Yeah, that's some pretty cool art on both of those, especially the whole extended art. I picked up a few of the showcase borders. You know, what are those called? The showcase borders in real life, and the showcase borders in real life look really nice. I've picked up a few of those. Let's go with Gingerbrute. Maybe we can attach cool stuff to it later. Bartered Cow, Unicorn. Okay, Unicorn. It's got some upside there. And it neighed really loudly. I guess the profit here, 5/5 for 6 with some scry. At least it's colorless. Nothing great here, just going to sideboard it out, so whatever. Then we get to the dummy or the Grange. Okay, the Grange, I think the Grange would work here. Possibility of a +1/+1 counter versus a 2/1 that can get bigger if you pay too much for it. I seem to be heavier in white than I thought. Yeah, suddenly when I look at it, I'm pretty heavy white. Okay, so we got the Grange, cool art on that, and Silver Flame. Get on the squad. Pack 3, oops, there we have the Acclaimed Contender. Is that the snap pick right there without even looking at anything else? Seems like it, because then we've got the Hengewalker for a later pick, Golden Egg for a little card draw. There's the Deathless Knight again. It will not die, but looks like black is a lot less stronger here, so so let's go with the Contender. Might run out of steam really quickly, yeah. Okay, so let's get that. We got the Glass Casket, Heraldic Banner, another Trapped, Paladin, the Casket all day. Fate will decide whether it's a bed or a tomb. Speaking of art, the flavor text. What does everyone think about the flavor text? There's so much good flavor text here. Like there's a lot of dark flavor text as well. Can I find anything here that's really dark flavor text? Well, we've all seen it. There's just so much dark flavor text. That one, oh, I know, Revenge of Ravens. That one was like, you know, Sir Johnny said, "I don't want to see you anymore." And the witches, familiars, promptly helped him out. And then the art is the guy totally bleeding from the eyes as the ravens totally kill him. Okay, let's get the casket and maybe that heraldic banner eventually. See if it wheels. Its removal and an artifact. There's another banner. There's another armor. The banner is a close second, so okay, now here we have the choice of another armor or the banner, and I'm thinking towards the banner because, you know, a little bit of ramp, mana rock plus a +1, pseudo anthem. What do you call it when it's not the full anthem? Standard art, Circara, the bold special art, hypnotic sprite. Ooh, that one sounds really cool. Circara. Circara. She's the blue one? I'm blanking on Circara. Or she's the multicolored one? The red one. Okay, yeah. All of the knights have really cool art, don't they? So probably gonna go with the banner right here. Let's look one more time. What does my high end look like? Prophet, Unicorn, Resolute Rider. Yeah, let's get that heraldic banner to do a little bit of I'm just looking at the art on this, and it's like this seems to be like a huge tower because there's like some white specks, which I suppose are doves. Has anyone looked at the art on this heraldic banner carefully? Is that what I'm looking at? It's like a huge tower with just a bunch of like white doves flying around, all those little specks. Anyway, let's get the banner. We got the Elite Hunter, Quad Black, another banner, Guide Mother, another Flutterfox. Are we going to have the whole Flutterfox armada right there? Probably Flutterfox. We've got a lot of artifacts and enchantments to really make that squad. Besides that, other things might wheel. Maybe that banner comes back or whatever, but Guide Mother. What's the creature count looking like? Let's see here. You know, I wish that they would improve the drafting screen where you can look at that screen where you've got your curve and your list of number of creatures. So we got to do it the old-fashioned way, counting. Okay, princess 1, gingerbread 2, fox 4, squire 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We got 18 creatures. So I guess we're good with creatures, possibly. Probably swap out a few of them, right? So 18 creatures. Then another 2/2 flying fox might not be so bad. Or the banner to help ramp plus anthem. Memory theft, lovely art on that. Oops, I got an internal server error. Is everyone still there? I got an internal server error on my chat thing. Let me see if I can load that back up there. Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Is everyone still there in the chat? Let's try to open that up one more time. Still there. Okay, for whatever reason, my chat thing crashed for a moment, but I guess everyone's still around. So, there we go. Okay, so I guess here, I'm going to go with Firefox. Because, again, flyer, we've got some artifacts. Got 1 banner, 1 mana rock. Or maybe do the banner so that I get the +1 on everything. Really thinking about it because I kind of like both. And there's my cat. What do you want? You already had your breakfast. He's like, you usually don't stream at this hour. What are you doing? Talk to me instead. Fox seems more likely to wheel, probably because it's common. Okay, so sorry about this, everyone. I gotta let my cat jump on my lap. Jump. There we go. So my cat can be on the camera. Look at that. There's my own familiar right here. He's like, you never play Magic at this hour. Hang out with me instead. Okay, so yeah, let's go with the banner because it's uncommon. Let's see if that fox wheels. It's a common. There's a Reeve Soul. I think I need that for removal. Don't feel like I don't have enough removal, but Swordmaster for leaning into more knight stuff, and there's another Shining Armor. Reeve Soul, right? We've got to get a little removal, a little bit more removal in the deck. And once my cat decides to finally make my lap his bed, I'll be able to be more comfortable. So let's go with the Reeve Soul. Get another Shining Armor there, Princess. Forever Young. Haven't seen that one in the whole draft yet, I believe. Get back some creatures, draw a card. Even if I don't have creatures to get back, I suppose I can... No, kitty, that is the microphone, not your toy. Gonna get that Forever Young. Bring back some creatures, draw a card. We've got the Idyllic Grange also. Let's get that Forever Young. That could be a little bit of extra card draw plus bring back creatures. Outflank. Let's get that outflank. So if I seem a little bit further from the camera, that means I had to back up a little bit for my cat to use my lap as a bed. And yeah, let's do that outflank. Silver Flame Squire, Witch's Cottage, Ginger Brute, Idyllic Grange. That's so funny. It puts both the cottage and the Grange in the same pack. Like, You must decide. Okay, so I think creatures, a number of creatures are good, so I don't need another creature perhaps. And I guess the Grange would be a little better because I'm heavier white, and a +1 on stuff would be good. So let's go with the Grange. There's another outflank. Foreboding Fruit. Let's go with outflank. Knight of the Keep, Jousting Dummy, Gargoyle. I guess the only thing that I kind of like is that Knight. Guide Mother, another armor. I'm gonna have my knights so armored up. Actually, I only got one shining armor this whole time. I guess like I had it in my mind that I got more than one just because I've seen more than one. There's another fox. I was gonna say, am I gonna have all 4 of those foxes? That's the one that wheeled, isn't it? And then Wolverine. Sorry, Wolverine, you gotta go back to the X-Men. And another princess. I got a gem, some gems there. And there is the list, exactly. So this is what I'm saying right here. Why don't they give you this screen while you're still drafting, while you're picking, that is? It would be nice if they gave you this screen at the same time, because then you have to do your own counting. So I have 12 humans, 9 knights, 1 cat. Hey, Bad Wolf MTG, thank you so much for joining the stream, and thank you for being on the podcast as well. So we got 21 creatures, 14 non-creatures, 52 cards. Let's pare this down. Actually, the first thing I have to do before anything else is done, the most important thing to do, is pick our card sleeve. So what does everyone think? Should we go with classic Magic back? Should we go with anime Vivian? Should we go with anime Nissa? Anime Kiora? Should we go with Black as My Soul? Should we go with Fibblethip? Or should we go with Golden Egg? This is the #1 strategy that you have to do in order to win your games. Because this is a pro tip right here. Depending on what your sleeve is, it will shock your opponent into submission. So we have 1 vote for Nissa. Who else? Vivian, Nissa, Kiora, Black, Fibblethip. Now, I like Fibblethip, but I hate that it makes a weird squishing noise every time you hover over him. Isn't that the worst sound ever? Okay, so we got a vote for Vivian, we got a vote for Nissa. So we got 2 votes for Nissa so far. I'm leaning towards Nissa or Kiora. Nissa or Vivian. Golden Egg, I love how shiny it is. Look at that, it even has lens flare and everything. That's so over the top. Let's go with Nissa. Let's do Nissa sleeves. So, there we go. Okay, so that's going to guarantee us 5 wins at least. The J.J. Abrams sleeve. Okay, let's look at what our deck... Gotta move some of these windows around. A little too crowded. Okay, so at the top end, a 5/5 for 6. You know, we need something at the very high end, so we'll probably keep this cat. Lonesome Unicorn. Ultimately, it's a 3/3 with Vigilance. For 5 mana, maybe we just need 1 of those. Maybe, although games of Eldraine seem to go long. But ultimately, at the high end, it's a 3/3 for Vigilance, so we'll think about that. True Love, I guess we gotta keep it in. Because they probably have artifacts and enchantments. It's only best of 1. Makes Knights, which is also relevant. Yeah, it's a 3. It's on if we're on the curve of 3. Don't cut the high end. Okay, let's leave those for the moment. Resolute Rider, this is auto-include, of course. We have it perfectly in our colors. Lochtwain Paladin, yeah, 3/2 Menace. Could become a 4/3 with Adamant. Cut the Clockwork. Where did the clockwork gnome or servant end up? A 2/3 that draws a card. If we adamant it, we'll probably be able to adamant it with 3 black or 3 white. Thinking of cutting it? Probably, because it's not a knight. Let's cut that for the moment, see how that goes. Acclaimed Contender, keep that of course. Knight of the Keep, I guess cut that. It's just a 3/2, although it is a knight. Which will help, of course, with the Contender, but it doesn't have very much upside. It's just a 3/2, so a little bit weak on defense, but I guess if I've got the provisions out, it's a little better. I got 3 outflanks. Let's cut that down by 1. Arden Vale, keep that, of course. Lost Legion, keep that. Provisions. So, we have 2 provisions. Maybe cut 1. 2 banners. I like the +1. Let's think about that. And Reeve Soul, keep that. Forever Young, probably keep that. Trapped in the Tower, keep. 2 armors. Keep those because we've got heavy on knights. Casket, keep that. Wintermoor, keep that. Definitely. Order of Midnight, keep. Youthful Knight, 2/1 first strike. Maybe cut that, right? Because the 2-drop is pretty saturated. 2/1 first strike. We have 2 squires. Got a lot of good stuff in this. It's going to be hard to cut. Let's come back to the 2-drop in a moment. 2 outflanks for some pseudo-removal. 1 Ginger Brute, 2 princesses. I guess cut both of the princesses. Lifelink's not really gonna matter. She's not a knight. Yeah, let's cut the princess. Ginger Brute. There's only 1 Ginger Brute. It's unblockable, but there's really not too much that'll +1 it, so let's cut that maybe. 2 outflanks. Got 3 foxes. This is a human soldier, not a knight. But it has the on alert adventure +2/+2. Versus the youthful knight, that's a 2/1 first strike, and if there's some provisions out there or armor on it, that could be cool. Order of Midnight, Wintermoor, Glass Casket, Armor, Trapped, Reeve, Forever Young. Are we gonna have to cut Forever Young? We have 13 non-creatures, 2 banners, 2 provisions, Tactician. Okay, let's cut that 3/2 Knight. Contender. Paladin with Menace. Yeah, you got 6 cards or so to cut. Let's do 1. Let's cut 1 Flutterfox. That's 15 creatures. Actually, that's a little too low, isn't it? So we gotta cut the non-creature stuff. Okay, put a Flutterfox back. That's 16 creatures. This is a lot of cutting. I guess the Forever Young. It's return creatures, and draws a card. I got 16 creatures. Outflank for removal. I've got enough cohort of creatures that will help take them out. And I gotta shift here. Kitty, I'm not your pillow. Keep the glass casket. Maybe just one shining armor. Trapped in the tower, forever young. Let's cut that forever young. Contender, Arden Vale lost. Fortifying provisions. Let's cut one provision. Love's Kiss is probably a sideboard card. Yeah, and then when I need it, I'm gonna be kicking myself. But yeah, we're not playing with sideboards, so four mana instant removal, draw card, but probably a sideboard. Do I have any other remove artifact? I'm sure there's going to be artifacts floating around. It is, 4 cost, however. Do we chance it with 43 cards? Remove 1 banner, maybe? So many good cards. We got too many good cards. Do we need 2 unicorns? It makes more knights, and ultimately you get a 3/3 vigilance. But I don't want to remove any more creatures. We're at 16. So we'll leave the high end up there. Take out 1 banner. Yeah, let's take out 1 banner. That's 42 cards. I often run with 42 cards, and I play all right. Do we want to really hard cut all the way down to 40? True Love's Kiss. I bet there's going to be a lot of artifacts and enchantments going on. And even if I just destroy their food before they can use it, I draw a card. Let's go with your wife never plays with less than 41 cards. Yeah, I'm often playing at 42 cards, and I do all right. So let's play with 42 cards, because after all, 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything, or something like that. We'll play one game. If we're having a hard time with 42 cards, let's go back and do some hard cuts. But let's give it a shot with 42 cards. So this will be the first game that I play after the rank changed. I got up to silver 3, maybe silver 2 on the last season on limited. I've gotten to gold, but I wasn't able to really play Eldraine all that well this season or whatever. So there goes the cat, and I can finally sit well. Have I played any historic? Yes, I have. It's been pretty fun. Historic has been cool. I've been able to bring back my old vampires deck and such. And I was actually playing the Autumn Burchett mono blue tempo deck, and that got me up a few levels. So yeah, historic's all right. It might have been cool. What does everyone think about historic going all the way back to Kaladesh? All of that's in there. Kaladesh, Amonkhet. What if they did historic all the way back to Kaladesh? Yes, we'd all be angry at like the, Bomat Courier and Smuggler's Copter, but they just ban it. So they should have gone back to Kaladesh. The card pool's way too limited. Yeah, you want it all. Exactly. We got the cards in there. So we have the cards in there. Why not use them? Okay, so we go first. I forgot to check the mana base. Should we have checked the mana base, or should we have relied on the auto mana base? Forgot to check the mana base. But now we're battling to the slaughter. Sounds scary. Edgewall Innkeeper, turn 1. Beautiful. So, we need to get that out of the way as soon as possible. So if we tap out here, maybe they'll attack, and maybe I can outflank them. Let's see, are we being led to slaughter? Okay, so if we attack, they could block with that rider or let it go through. If they let it go through and they attack us, they'll probably attack all in because shields are down. Then I can outflank that keeper. Let's give that a shot. So they are reading it. They'll probably do that then. Because I'm shields down. Don't look at my mana. Squire. Yep. Let's outflank that. Keeper, target an attacking creature. There we go. Oh, snap. Okay, and then we missed a land drop. But that's okay. We can do a bunch of knights. One knight, actually. Okay, so they'll probably play something to get that squire pumped up a little bit. Glass casket. Nope, that's in white. Seem to be missing a land drop, perhaps. Reeve Soul, okay. Attack with everything. All right, here we got our rider. 4/2. Let's put out. If we put out the rider, it'll just be a blocker, but there'll be like some detente, and then I can eventually put out the provision. Yeah. Let's put out the 4/2 next turn, the provision. If they attack, they're missing a lot of. Hey, Mark, how are you doing? Good morning. They're missing their lands, so let's take advantage of that, I guess. Put some pressure on them that way. So welcome back there, Mark. I'm doing some more morning streaming just to. I'm so close to Twitch affiliate. Got a lot of people hanging out there so far. We got Warlock Maggie, we got Dragosi. Who else came by? Based Bee, Bad Wolf, Mark. Uh-oh. So that gets attached to a non-creature. Not cool. And are they attacking? 5, 6, 7, 7 damage. Guess that's fine because I'll put out the provisions that'll get me some food, and then okay. Well, we could do the commander. Now let's put out those provisions. Attack with a 4/3. Missed yesterday. No problem. It was often a time where I don't stream. I'm just trying out these different streams here. So okay, GG, you got it going on. Oh, actually, you're only attacking with one, eh? Okay, no big deal, I guess. This would have been game if they attacked with both, but okay. So, this is still game anyway because of they have too many creatures to attack with, although I can get a little food here. Hold off slightly. So I might not have managed my resources well enough. Oops, that's got haste. Okay, well, this is probably game over, right? If I block the 4/3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, I guess we'll block the big stuff. And then that's 5 damage. Sitting here watching you and drawing Spider-Man and Hulk drawing for a boy who's turning 10 tomorrow. Ooh, 10 years old. How time flies. Happy birthday. And, can't wait to see how that looks like. Okay, can we put a board presence right here at least? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's... We're barely holding on here. But let's see what happens. Oops, anyway, that can't block. Oops, that can't block. Okay, GG, opponent. Let's see if they don't realize that I can't block. Hunter. So, yeah, you got me. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I get to Reeve Soul something. Power 3 or less. Let's get rid of that Hunter. And I don't think they are going to fall for that ruse again. They could attach their halberd, right? It's a 5 equip. So, yeah, just didn't quite get, I don't know, didn't quite play that as best as it could be, I suppose. I think I let the life total get a little too low. But, I think what's in the deck was okay, right? There wasn't anything that was really bad. So let's go for another game. So what's everyone going to do today besides watching me play Magic? Are you going to be going to work, going to school? Did you come from work? Did you come from school? What's the goals for the day? Laundry, cooking. Okay. They, have an opt. Is there opt in Eldraine? No, there's no opt in Eldraine, is there? Okay, so we got a Wolverine there. Not cool. That is going to do fun stuff. Let's get out this 2/1 first strike. See if we can deal with that Wolverine. They will probably cast an instant. You're doing IT documentation for work at home. Okay, cool. So IT documentation, is there any, is there any programming? Okay, there is an opt. I don't know why I forgot that there was an opt in this set. I'm thinking of the artwork from these other things. Is there any programming involved in that? You're going to be drawing, and then that's all you have planned for today. Okay, so let's... If they manage to put the Wolverine turn 1, I'm sure they've got plenty of ways to +1 it. If we drop the banner, we can adamant the paladin. That'll be a 4/3. Probably won't take a lot of damage, so let's try that. You're writing words. Writing words and pasting links. Later today, some research on C# coding. Okay, cool. Someone that I know called it something totally different besides C#. They called it something else. I forgot what that something else was. What did they use instead of the word sharp? C number? I think they said C number. Even though that is clearly... Whoops. Even though that is clear. C pound? Yeah, I think I heard them say C pound. So that's the other name that I've heard people say. Well, fam, what are we gonna do here? So, I guess take out a knight. We can at least outflank. Or plus... Not that one yet. Oh yeah, we can plus 2/2 on that. Let's see if they don't have any more draw 2. Oh, never mind, it's a flyer. But wait a minute, if it's a flyer, I can still hit it. Okay, good. Doesn't have that musical ring to it, yeah. So that Wolverine got a lot of use. Okay, that is a merfolk, so it's gonna fly. That freaking turtle's gonna keep getting me, so it's gonna be 4 in the air because it flies. It can't deal with that. And that's a +2. I haven't even gone on the offensive yet, but they're down to 1 card. A 3/3. I guess... There's the cat. What are you doing, cat? I'm still waiting to get that final... Still waiting to get that final planes. I don't know. I don't think it's even going to be worth it. Well, let's keep it anyway because I have enough mana. Okay, so I guess finally if they attack with that turtle, it looks like they're actually going to pump it up if they keep looking at it, so... Nikal is my opponent. Nikal. What's the weirdest name people have seen? I can double block these rangers. I don't have anything. They could have a combat trick. Let's let that go through. And they have a 1/1 red cap. Okay, that's a good one. There's my fox, so I'm never getting that land. Let's, if I bring out that knight, I can still Silver Flame. I just need to deal with their creatures, because obviously that weasel's gonna get big. That turtle can fly. Here I get some tacticians. There's a lot of good stuff here. Shining Armor can auto-equip to the knights. Tactician will tap them out. Probably get the Tactician because... and it reveals, right? Okay, well, it reveals. So... let's see. Having that Tactician revealed, I think is a good idea. Okay, so that's gonna be a flyer. Okay, they're flying with that. That'll still do a really good amount of damage, because they're gonna be able to pump this up 3 times. This is game over, right? Yeah, this is game over. Had to crack at Brawl, had a Massacre Girl as your legend, and it went off. Nice. So you're going to throw that red cap in the air for all of the damage. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's... Used to prefer normal magic. That makes sense. Okay, so that will kill the turtle unless they have a combat trick. We're gonna pump that again. So yeah, this is game over anyway. Yeah, okay, well, that's 0-2 so far. I deeply apologize to my viewers that the gameplay is just not coming together. This is not quite happening. So let's go to the third match, and then I gotta start getting ready to go to work soon. But let's see about possibly trying to keep it positive, and maybe we'll win one at least. So I think everyone gave me some amazing draft picks, and I'm just not able to pilot the deck as best as I could. But let's see then what we get over here on the third match. Okay, so I go first. I have a tap land and a swamp, and nothing good yet. And here we got 3 lands and a little bit of that. Okay, let's work with that. And the armor goes back because I don't have any knights. And of course I'll get a knight as soon as I draw, but we'll see. Okay, so I can get the Flutterfox next. I can Reave Soul. I'm gonna do some curious pair stuff. And I'm battling Eldraine Roche as the opponent. So the opponent might be doing mono green. Okay, that's a 1/3. We can Reave it, or we can hold off. We can casket it, and then I get a flyer. I can get a 2/2 flyer over here. So let's get some Firefox fluttering up in this game. 3 green. Beanstalk Giant, so they're gonna have a Beanstalk Giant eventually. Probably another curious pair right here, or maybe the Innkeeper. So they have 1 green mana and a tracker. Okay. Probably want to Reave Soul on that. Let's see. I'm sure they'll have some other... This one gets pluses for non-creatures, right? If you control another non-creature, gets a +1. Yep, so there's another non-creature there. If that attacks, that'll become a 2/2, but I can't block with the Midnight. 3 mana plus food. So they'll see that I can't block, but then I can outflank. Okay, Okay, guess not. Okay, well, we're gonna need to save the trapped for that giant, so let's wait for that. And, let's just do some damage up in the air. For damage in the air. Do they have a hunt the pheasant? What's that one called? Fell the pheasant? Okay, so if they attack here, I can just outflank the rider. Ooh, that's a big one. 5, 6, 6, 7. They're gonna have one more. They're gonna have one more land until they can get to their giant. So I've got to. Keep the trapped in the tower for that giant. And I can Reeve Soul that rider. And they're still thinking like, what do I do? Well, if you sacrifice a food, you will get to make me block it. That's why it's pausing for you, Alain Roche. Reading the card explains the card. So I'm hovering over their card in case they can see that, hey, read your own card, so that you know why it's pausing. Alright, so they'll eventually figure that out, I suppose. Okay, there we go. So here, let's stem the bleeding a little. I missed another land drop. So we'll race them a little bit. Yeah, the 4-5 is going to draw them a card. But then eventually... Okay, there's their 7th land, so they get their giant. I'll trap it. Oh, they're going to do that instead. Okay. They're going to get something out of their graveyard. They were looking at their graveyard. And they didn't attack. Okay. Fine. That's a 7-8, and that's a 7-7, and I don't have any more removal, so... I guess... we just have to race them here, because that's going to be a... We're going to do 4 damage to them, so they're on a 2-turn clock. And a unicorn plus land. I guess we don't need any more land. And then the unicorn will be adequate. Alright, so we got some flyers right here. They're going to crack their food. So actually they're on a 3-turn clock. 8 mana, so that's an 8-8. They can't crack their food yet. That does not have trample. Oops, there we go. Okay, so what am I doing? Paying attention. Okay, so there was one win. Amazing. So I have redeemed myself. And it's working now. So, okay, let's go for the next game. Streaming for about 1 hour and 20. You know what? Actually, I have to wrap it up right now. I have a meeting at 12. Build a community completed. Ooh, did I get an achievement? Ooh, path to affiliate is even closer. Thanks, everyone. I have the 50 followers. I have 12.5 hours out of 8. I have 6 out of 7 streams. I'm going to stream tomorrow, and that'll give me 7 out of 7. And then I just need to get people consistently coming to hang out, and that's very close. I have a 1.5 out of 3. So affiliate is within reach. It's right over there. I can almost reach over and touch it. So for the moment, I gotta wrap it up. But thanks so much, everyone that came to help out. Thank you for everyone that helped me do the draft. It was really cool getting people's opinions on how to play that well. And the untapped plugin seemed fun. It was giving a little bit of hints and stuff. Thank you so much, Warlock Maggie. Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you so much, Dragosi, Bad Wolf, Based Bee, whoever else was there. If I didn't say thanks to you, thank you. If you were lurking, thank you so much for lurking. I'm going to be back maybe tonight, probably tomorrow, because I'm so close to affiliate. If you haven't done so yet, don't forget to check me out on Twitter, twitter.com/vmcampos. I'm on YouTube, youtube.com/vmcamposjr, or just search for VM Campos. I'm on Patreon. There's a lot of free stuff on Patreon, patreon.com/vmcampos. There's a lot of free stuff. Simply follow for free. You get alerts and stuff. Or if you want to go to the $1 pledge, you get exclusive access to stuff. And at the $2 pledge, I will actually mail you some vintage Magic cards. No, not a Black Lotus. For only $2 as thanks. Got to get to work right now. Thanks so much for everyone for visiting. See you next time.